Good morning. Um, I know that we're going through some trying times right now. People's out of work, people's being laid off, hours shortened, people getting sick, people passing away. If you're in uniform, you're being called up to help out. Don't know when you're going to be called or when you're coming back or what you're going to be facing. This brings a lot of stress, a lot of fear. Sometimes we start to wonder even what's the value? Do we have value? What's the purpose? If we were to go tomorrow, I wanted to share a little light on that. I wanted to share a little comfort, hopefully. I wanted to read something. Psalms chapter 139. I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret, and skillfully wrought in the depths of the earth. Thine eyes have seen my unformed substance, and in thy book they were all written, the days that were ordained for me, when as yet there was not one of them. How precious also is thy thoughts to me, O God! How fast is the sum of them. This is King David writing a psalm about God. And when he's talking about it, he's saying in the depths of the earth, he's saying in the womb, the secret places. He's talking about when he was an embryo before he was even developed, that God saw him and knew him. When it says, my frame was not hidden from you, it's talking about the bones. It's talking about the inside. It's talking about every single part. Here's what to remember about that. We have a lot of people that's facing medical conditions. Whether it's diseases, cancers, heart problems, whatever it may be. When it talks about frame, it's talking about the innermost workings that goes on. All the little details God saw when you was being formed. He knew what was going to be happening in your body. Your eyes have seen my unformed substance, and in thy book they were all written, the days that were ordained for me. We can look at that as being predestined, and a lot of people take that word to mean a lot of things. But that same word ordained right there, it can also mean they were formed, intended, put aside for me on those days. In other words, before you were even born, God saw you. And why does that matter? Why does the psalmist here bring out about the framework and the womb, the embryo state? Why then he turns right around and talks about the days that God knows? Because we already know God is all-knowing. But to bring out the little details, that even your health issues, even the bones, even the muscle deforms, everything about you, that he has taken note and that he's written down into a book, it says one thing: you have value to the one that created you, just like you are. not like someone else is, not like doctors can make you, but exactly how you are, who you are, where you are, you still have value to Him. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Doesn't matter what you're going through right now. You're still loved, and you still have value to Him. To put that a little more clear, let me go over to the New Testament just for a moment. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but if we go over to Acts chapter 17, we find there's a group of people that doesn't know anything about God, but yet they know there's an unknown God out there. Even build them an altar and put it to the unknown God. And Paul comes through and he's like, I can explain and tell you about this unknown God that you're serving. Chapter 17, book of Acts. It says, the God who made the world and all things in it, since He is Lord of heaven and earth, does not dwell in temples made with hands. Neither is He served by human hands, as though He need anything, since He Himself gives to all life and breath and all things. And He made, now get this part, now He made from one every nation of mankind to live on all the face of the earth, having determined their appointed times and the boundaries of their habitation. So He determined that you're going to be born this time frame, this century, this generation, in this country, wherever you are right now. You're going to be in this time frame with all the wars, all the famines, all the abortions that's ending life before they even have a chance to start, and all the kids that could possibly come from those kids that was ended. He still saw you and made arrangements for you to live and breathe right now. That's how valuable you are to Him. And that they should seek God, if perhaps they might group for Him and find Him, though He is not far from each one of us. So it's talking about a generation. Some people might say as nation, but then you find out that if any of us, anyone, was to look for Him, we'd find Him. He made arrangements for us to be able to see Him, just like He did to the poets, to the ones that didn't know about God. Before there were scriptures, the ones looking around and saying there's got to be a God that cares so much about us to create all of this just like it is, to create us, humans, just like we are. There has to be one that cares about us. And I'm here to tell you there is. He's the same one that gave us this, His Word, so that we may know more about Him. He's the same one that's standing right there beside you, no matter what you're facing, whether you're in uniform or not. The same one's just a whisper away and just wants you to cry out to Him, just wants you to talk to Him, just to let Him, just ask Him for what you need. Because see, I believe in free will also. I believe that He gives us the will, the freedom to say, yes, help me, or I'm going to do this on my own and walk away. But He's right there listening for you to just say, Lord, I'm here. Whether it's to ask Him for anything, just to thank Him for everything. Just remember, you have value in His eyes. And He is right there with you. May God bless.